Welcome to SeneSpa. This short tutorial video will take you through the steps to apply for a job. Now you will have received an email from your recruitment team with the link to this posting. When you click on it, you'll arrive at a site that looks like what's in front of you. Click the Apply Now button after you've read the responsibilities and duties in the job posting, and provide your Seneca email, a password, and retype your password to enter the site. Click the next arrow on the bottom right corner and it will take you into the site. Now you have two choices. One is you can upload your resume by attaching it either in PDF or Word format, or you can start filling in the information individually yourself. Now you should attach your complete resume in any case, and also it is recommended that you complete your LinkedIn profile, and that's just a link to where your LinkedIn address is. So when you upload the resume, what will happen is in most cases it will actually take data from it and fill in some of these boxes for you. So let's have a look. We're going to click upload. Give it a few seconds and you'll notice that much of the information came through. Now a couple of things might be missing. For example, your cell phone number, so you can type that in. And in this case, the province. So make sure that every field that has a red star is filled in. Now, how did you hear about this? It's important to tell us. For example, it could be through one of these. In your case, it might be other through Seneca recruiters. But I'm just going to say an employee referral. And then select that you are authorized to work in this country for any employer. And click either Save Draft if you're not ready to move forward right now, or the next arrow button. Now, you'll notice that your resume has been attached and the recruiter on the other side will be able to review it as you submitted it. But in addition to what you've submitted, you might want to take scanned copies or photographs of some of your credentials, anything, licenses, ribbons, awards, badges that you've earned, diplomas, certificates. So let's just try one. We'll add an attachment, browse, and there's a certificate of achievement, and I'll put a description. Certificate of Achievement in Customer Service. We'll save it, and you want to continue to add as many as you can. Now just remember that you can add a lot of things even if you think they're small, and the recruiter can actually ignore them, but if you don't have them, they can't look at them in any case. If you do have them, they might look at it and your applicant score just might go slightly higher. So either save draft or click the next arrow button. And you'll notice that several items from your resume have been pulled out. Now later on you might get some error messages where you have to complete missing elements, but right now let's add a work history. So if you see something here that's missing, let's click Add, and we're going to put a position title, and that was Spa Assistant Manager, and you were working for a company called Axia Spa from such and such a date. So pick some appropriate dates and make sure this information is accurate. So don't rush through it, take your time, and provide a reason for leaving. So let's say you moved to another town and you resigned. That's perfectly fine. At least you can explain it. Now the description box is really important. See, on your resume you have limited space, up to 2 pages, to write what you did in this job, projects you worked on, innovations, ideas you came up with. But here in this description box you can have a lot of additional comments that the recruiter can read or ignore, but the system can pick up keywords from it. So what I recommend is that your first sentence or two contain the very clear description, something that if that's the only thing I read, it'll be good. And then below that, put in additional information. Pull out as many words from the job posting, job description if you have it, company website, just to make sure that the system flags and catches those words to make your score go higher, okay? To make sure you take your time to write a proper description. Now I'm going to click Save, and you can add additional work histories if you like. And then we're also going to add education. So anything that did not come across from your resume, add it one by one manually. It's in your interest to take the time to do this. So let's click Add Education, and we'll say that we have a language. And in this case, the language is French. And we can't really say where we learned it, although if you took the course at a place like Seneca, put it in. And we can't really say a date we completed learning French, we just know it. So I'm just going to put in today's date. Now, if you're fluent in French, put French fluent, right? So let's click save and put in all sorts of other education skills that you might have. And in my opinion, there's nothing so small that you shouldn't put it in. For example, if you know how to cook certain food, or you have CPR or some sort of swim coach certification, put it all in. It might be handy. So click the next arrow, and you see that there's a error message here. We have to fix this job. So click the arrow next to it, and you can either remove it or you can edit it. And the title is missing. We were a server and we left because we were terminated. The restaurant closed down. So let's click save. Click the next blue arrow, and you can add additional certificates and licenses here. So for example, if you earned a what we call sanitization practices certificate from the Spa Association of Canada. I'm not sure that exists, but let's put it in. And you earned it in 2015. Let's put it in. Click save. Now, if there's an actual certificate, make sure you scan it in or take a picture and put it on the previous screen. And keep adding more and more. The more the better. Let's click the next arrow, and now you're officially ready to apply. Type in your name and choose the date that you wish to make this official. And again, you could save it if you're not sure. You can review the application before you submit it, but we're confident we took the time to do this properly. We're actually going to click submit. And you'll receive an email. The recruiter will receive an email, and here it's thanking you for your submission. So let's click continue. Now, if it's an oops moment, that's okay. You can always remove your application, go in and fix it. I prefer to go in and redo it, remove it and redo it, and you can view it. So we're okay. The recruiter has the application. Don't keep removing and re-adding, because the company does get a record of every time you keep applying. And if you're going to remove it anyways, don't let it sit there for too long, because once the recruiter sees it, they might not go back to it. Okay, so we're all good to go. We just have to wait to hear. So in the case of your assignment, you will hear from the recruiter, who will then arrange to book interviews, either phone screens or face-to-face interviews with you. But the recommendation is to take your time before you click submit. Okay, good luck.